In the news, Lagos joins Rivers in suit against FIRS. AU suspends Guinea's membership following Sunday's coup. And US, Biden and China Xi hold first call, discuss responsibility to ensure competition does not veer into conflict. Details coming up shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Merciful Ajinomo, and you're watching TOS News 360. The Lagos State government on Friday appealed to the Court of Appeal Abuja Division to be joined as a co-respondent in the appeal filed by the Federal Inland Revenue Service challenging a judgment of the Federal High Court, Port Harcourt. The Federal High Court in Port Harcourt had on Monday declared that the FIRS has no power to collect VAT and personal income tax in Rivers State. Attorney General of Lagos State Moyesore Onigbanjo made a request at the Court of Appeal in Abuja on behalf of the state government. Onigbanjo told the court that the state's interest was at stake, stressing that if they aren't joined in the matter, it would amount to a breach of fair hearing. And now the Controller General of the Nigerian Federal Fire Service, Dr. Liman Ibrahim, has condemned in strong terms the attack on firefighters and fire trucks by hoodlums in Kogi State. It was gathered that the firefighters who were putting out fire from a car fire at Al Salam fuel station opposite Kogi State Polytechnic were attacked on Thursday, 9 September 2021 and given serious injuries, making it the second time firefighters will be attacked in the state. The CG, who described the attack as unacceptable, vowed to bring perpetrators to book and to withdraw the presence of the Federal Fire Service from any state that cannot ensure the protection of firefighters. Now to development across Africa. The African Union has suspended Guinea in the wake of Sunday's coup, a tweet from the AU's Political Affairs, Peace and Security Department says. President Alpha Conde was overthrown by a group of soldiers led by Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya. The coup has been condemned by regional leaders as well as the African Union, UN Secretary General and the US. The regional body ECOWAS on Wednesday also suspended Guinea's membership. And Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema said on Friday his new government would implement policies to reduce the fiscal deficit, restore economic growth, and review mining policies. In his first address to a new session of parliament since his election in August, Hichilema said officials would also review agricultural policies, revise electricity prices, and reform state power firm ZESCO. Zambia's external debt includes about $3 billion in Eurobond, $3.5 billion in bilateral debt, $2.1 billion owed to multilateral agencies, and $2.9 billion in commercial bank debt. And now to Ivory Coast, where the Defense Ministry said on Friday that a military helicopter with 5 people aboard on a reconnaissance mission in the north of the country had gone missing near the border with Burkina Faso. The army faces attacks by armed militants in the north. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television, and you are watching TOS News 360. Global, business and sports stories when we return. Stay with us. Thank you for staying. On the global scene, US President Joe Biden and Chinese leader Xi Jinping spoke for 90 minutes on Thursday in their first talks in 7 months. A White House statement said both leaders had discussed the responsibility of both nations to ensure competition between the world's 2 largest economies does not veer into conflict. The US side said the proof will be in the pudding as to whether the stalemate can be broken with ties between the superpowers vanquishing at their lowest point in decades. Chinese state media said Xi had told Biden that US policy on China imposed serious difficulties on relations, but added that both sides agreed to maintain frequent contact and ask working-level teams to step up communications. Lebanon's Prime Minister Najib Mikati and President Michel Aoun signed a decree forming a new government in the presence of Parliament Speaker Nabi Berri, the presidency said in a statement. Lebanon had been without a government for over a year as it descended further into economic meltdown. Mikati vowed to help Lebanon through exceptional circumstances as its economy continues to crumble, expressing his concern about the state of education, the country's brain drain and medicine shortages. Twitter has announced a new feature allowing accounts to self-identify as bots by adding a label to their profile. The move will not be mandatory. Twitter said the update was based on research that found that people wanted more context about non-human accounts. Bots are often associated with misinformation on social media platforms. The company gives several examples of good bots, including accounts that share vaccination updates, information about seismic activity, or material from public museums. The company believes the labels will increase the legitimacy of such accounts and build trust and transparency with their audiences. And now talking business, Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has said that the federal government is targeting single-digit inflation by 2023. She also said that the $3.3 billion special drawing right from the International Monetary Fund has helped to boost the country's external reserve and will help stabilize the naira. Speaking at an interview, the minister said Nigeria's target is to triple revenues from about 8% of GDP to 15% and also grow the economy by 7%. And now to sports, former Nigeria captain coach Sunday Olise has said that current players and coaches must be involved in any discussion about having a World Cup every 2 years. Football's governing body FIFA is currently exploring the idea of holding the Sports Global Showpiece every 2 years instead of 4. Olise insists that current players and coaches need to be part of the process, not ex-players. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African news network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on the network. I am Merciful Ajinomo. Many thanks for watching.
We as a continent are now